Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today's adventure, we're getting ready to lath this up, and they put a brand new door in, and I think I've done 500, maybe 1,000 sliding glass doors. Anyway, when you have a sliding glass door and you have a piece of concrete, I've seen this done wrong so many times. I want to point out the correct way to do it. Guys, you got to have metal here. We did a job 13 years ago, Jay and I, and they were filling up the hole, and I said, "Where's the metal, man?" And he says, "Well, just paper down." I said, "I can't do that. The code will not allow that." And he says, "Well, what about the walls? The walls got paper." I said, "That's different. Water's going to set on top of here for 30, 40, 100 years, and it'll rot out the wood, so you need metal." And he says, "Well, I got some peeling stick." I said, that won't work either, because I need to put a weep screed here. This was brand new construction we were doing. I said, I need to counter your metal flashing with my metal flashing, and metal got to be showing. It can't be a membrane like this. It's against code, so we can't do it. Anyway, make a long story short, he says, "Well, I got some tin." I said, "What kind of tin?" He had some tin like that, and he just doubled it up and nailed it on, and then they finished pouring the concrete. The concrete wasn't set, but we went ahead and used our weep screed, and we finished our lathing that day, and they went out for an inspection. I'll tell you another story too, guys, because this one's kind of funny. A fella called us, and we were redoing a door like this, and he says, "Well, Kirk, the kitchen underneath is leaking like a sieve. It's been leaking for years. We can't stop it." And I thought, well, I don't know if what we're going to do is going to stop it, man. I don't want to be liable for just doing a door, and now you're going to keep calling me for the stucco leaking. So I said, what we'll do is first we got to remove it. So we removed underneath the door. It was similar to this. And their concrete was put against the wood. And I said, there's your problem right there, man. They didn't put any metal in back, and they put the concrete in. And through 30 to 40 seasons, the rain sits on here. It goes through. It got onto the wood, and the wood was pretty rotten. Cut, guys. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. We're working inside. There's no metal showing here. And what's happening is water's going under the house, and the homeowners asked me how to fix it. And I said, well, get yourself a pressure washer. Get yourself a turbo tip. These tips right here are like anywhere between 100 or actually 20 to 150 bucks. And you pressure wash this. You pressure wash all of the paint off of here, this porch, and you pressure wash this right here. Not too much, because with one of these tips right here would take the wood away. Then you go ahead and caulk this right now and paint this either with elastomeric. Elastomeric just means a rubberized type of paint, guys. So you paint this, or you could put an acrylic over here, and it'll last for like 50 years, and you can walk on it, a stucco acrylic. But that's very important to have the metal here. So the folks, when they did this, they should have had the metal here. Then they should have started the wood a ½ inch above that. That's what I'm talking about, and I see it every day. They just happen to point it out. And when it starts to settle, you get cracks every which way, and anyhow. So, make a long story short, he's like, well, if I have this done, can you guys come back? And Jay said, I can do it right now. He says, how? And I was thinking, how? He went to the truck we got the large sledgehammer, hit it. It was about half of this. He hit it 4 times, boom, 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 cracked it. No rebar, which was a good thing. Then he took our 10-foot bar and stuck it under there, put a 2x4 here, and pried the whole thing up. It took like 15 minutes. Fortunately, this wasn't buried, say 4 to 8 inches in the ground. So what we ended up doing was, we told the guy, go get some flashing and we'll install it for you for nothing, man. Just go get it. So we put the flashing there. We put the flashing here, and then we came out about 8 inches. We put it all back together, and that same slab, Jay just flipped it around, and we pushed it against the wall, and where he hit it with the sledgehammer, I just rebuilt it. It came out perfect. The guy was ecstatic. He was like, oh, man, you guys are great. Thank you. I'm going to show you one more thing since we're on the subject of leaking. Basements, leaking anything down below your current house. If it's a kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, if it's leaking. They told me, well, the water's still going down here and it's going in here. I said, well, if it's going in here, clean it out. I just took this right here. I cleaned it out to see what you got, what they had. They had a little bit of cheap caulking. If it's a slide hole, guys, use this Sikaflex 1A. Sikaflex 1A is the polyurethane caulking, sticks to everything, don't get it on you. It's an adhesive sealant. 3 drops, 2 bricks, you're not going to pull them apart. That's how strong this is. But, one last thing, guys, and I'll leave it alone. If this is like underneath here, it's got a big hole like this. We can't see it. There might be a hole down there that deep. You have to fill that hole, and here's how to do that. Make the hole large enough here and take some of this expanding foam. If you're not sure how big it is, make sure the expanding foam swells 2-3 inches. Put this nozzle on it, put it in there, and just fill it up. Fill it up until it squeezes out. It'll squeeze out and look like a tumor, this much. And then 2 or 3 days later, just cut it off, and now you've filled that gap, so no water will go under there. That's what these guys are going to do when we're done here. Anyway, this video is just to show you guys, if you're going to pour concrete next to your house, please put some flashing in it. Make our life easier. Do yourself a big favor. So we're going to put this back together, and I'm going to base coat this, and that just means we're doing a lot of things today. I'm going to base coat this, and we'll show you how we put the texture on, because the base coat anybody can do. The texture takes a little bit of skill, so we'll show you that at the very end. And guys, we are always multitasking every job we do. So I'm going to finish this up here, but I want to thank you guys for watching, and as usual, we'll see you on the next one.
All right, folks, as always, we want to thank you all for watching. We really appreciate your questions and comments. Please let us know if there's anything you'd like to learn about. And as always, from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one. Okay, well, we're never going to get better than that, so...